All right, so in this video I'll be covering an interesting topic. It's gonna be super useful for those of you looking to buy a car. So on my previous videos I have been mentioning that I use my scanner to do my own diagnostics, just to make sure that no weird extra error codes are present on the car, you know, before you actually buy it. And I'll be showing you guys how I do that. So this method won't work for all cars. I'm gonna just flash a list of the supported cars, but I discovered this back when I still had my my Polo. At one point it just started misfiring. It would start and then make this weird sound like pop, 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 and then it, like, the APC light would come on. The car will still drive, so I figured, I went to VW. They actually quoted me 67,000. I'll check if I can find that code, but they listed a bunch of things that need to be done. Pretty much it was insane. But anyways, I got my own scanner. I scanned the car and found that like cylinder number 3 was misfiring, and then got the spark plugs and injectors replaced, and the car was fine. So yeah, in this video I'm just gonna be showing you guys what scanning tool I used and which cars are supported. But yeah, so for VW I actually use OBDEleven. I am not sponsored by these guys whatsoever, but yeah, I've been using their products for a while. This is the one that I had for the VW. Check the OBDEleven. I think they deprecated this because on the new app, when I get this connected and I scan, this doesn't show up. But one thing that I do know is that there are 2 apps for this. There is the OBD scanner diagnostics, and then there is one for VEG cars. So I'm assuming this still works for VEG cars. I'm gonna test on a friend's car later today, and I will add yeah, I will let you guys know if this still works or not. But the one that I use for this BMW is the next gen version of that one. So if I just hold them side by side for a second, this is like the old one and this is the new one. But there's a trick on getting to this to work in South Africa. It's currently not supported. I'll show you guys how to use the OBDEleven for all the supported cars in South Africa. The new one that I recently discovered through owning BMW is this bm+vlinker. So I use this with an app called BMSLink to do all my diagnostics. And what I like about this, you can actually also monitor like your real-time traffic, like your real-time dashboards, your fuel level, your exhaust temperature, your cylinders if they're misfiring. But yeah, with this you can do a lot of fun stuff. So I find myself using this more when driving, and this one when I'm doing all the other stuff. Diagnostics is just one part of what these things can do, but you can also activate cool features with these things. Like, I'm sure you've seen those VW guys who indicate, and like the brake light comes on, the indicator, like that weird zigzag it does. You can activate this. If you retrofit lights, you can still use this to code your car. So they do a lot. They're actually pretty amazing. But for the purpose of this, I'll be covering how to kind of the way I go through diagnostics. So I'm gonna start with actually, let me start with OBD. This one is weird. When you actually run it, it turns on the car's ignition on its own, and then you can start your diagnostics. So for BMWs, the OBD port is just down here. I'm just connecting this bad boy. Cool. I'm not sure if this is visible, but there's this weird red light that you can see over there. That is this device that is currently in kind of discovery mode. It's waiting for someone to connect. I'm just gonna connect now on my phone. So we'll just kind of open this. What I like about this software, unlike the first one, is not paid. So you can do all the scanning that you want. You'll only pay when you need to buy features. They call them apps. But anyways, let's start. So it's gonna search for the car. There it is, OBDEleven 2. You'll connect. When you buy this for the first time, it's actually gonna want you to set a pin so no one can just steal it. So that's pretty cool. So the car is connecting. You'll see the ignition and everything come on just now. yeah, my other hand is right here, so that came on its own. After the car comes on and the ignition is running, it's then gonna start scanning. It picked it up, BMW 3 Series, reading all the control units. The device disconnected. It's blue, but this is weird. First time this happens, by the way. Okay, let's connect again. Yeah. Okay. Just started the ignition myself. Oh, actually, remember when I said that this app is not exactly supported in South Africa? I think that might have something to do with that. But anyways, I just turned the ignition on myself and have it connect. Let's see. Cool. So some features are not available in your country or region, so you can then say this. Like I said, I will cover how to actually use this in South Africa, but for now you pretty much have this. So one cool thing that this has is history. So every time you do a scan, it kind of saves that scan on your one. So if you can check, this is all the scanning that I did when I bought the car. There we go. So when I bought the car, it was saying, it keeps saying 0. This was before I kind of figured out how to bypass this. And these were the very first faults that I saw when I bought the car. The O2 sensor, Veltronic. Anyways, we covered this on the first month of owning this. Most of these were fixed. But yeah, you can get to do all your scans, do all your saves. So this is something cool that this app does. Let's open one of the old ones. You see all the faults that you have. You can actually click on a particular fault, like Veltronic. You can do a description if you want to know more. But the best part is the repair plan. It tells you the possible things you can do to repair that particular fault code. So for my one, the first option was either to perform the Veltronic activation, which fixed this error code, or you replace the eccentric shaft. You can do that for multiple errors, get your description, and from a description you get your repair plan. So yes, and this does work on multiple cars. I actually did get a chance to try it on a friend's car. So if you open that, for example, okay, this is not showing me history. Interesting. I don't know why, but I was able to fully scan this car, get all the error codes, but it's not saving history like it is for BMW. But yeah, cool. The next one that I do use is BimmerLink. So BimmerLink uses this one. So let's switch this up. Okay, so let's connect. So you check that out. You have bm+vlinker Bluetooth. You just connect to this one. Control unit doesn't respond. Oh, I think it's again, first time it does this, probably from connecting from OBD to this one. Oh, I guess that was the issue. This then does is connect to your car. So this is the cool thing that I actually use this the most. You have your sensor values. With this you can kind of see your engine oil level, actual pressure values, and it has a bunch more. I'm not sure if I can click. Oh, I can. So it has a bunch more sensors that you can actually choose from. If it's, yeah, for me it's much more useful with real-time data. I have my dashboard there, can check my condition, my lambda sensors. Yeah, but the important part would be error memory. So it's going to go through the car, identify all the components the car has, and then once this is done, you can then say read error memory. I don't know if it can, like if there's a history or it stores all the error memories that it reads, but yeah, let's just wait and see. It should pick up about 3 errors, one for the custom meter that I have, another one for the AUC sensor, yeah, it's been short-circuiting, and one for the heater. This car's heater doesn't work. This is something that OBDEleven cannot pick up, but yeah, cool. So you see all the components, which ones are clean, which ones are red. So if you do that, you have your front electric module, which is, like I said, AUC sensor. You can go to your details. Error will not cause a warning indicator, so no check engine light. If I start the car and I don't have the AC on, this doesn't show up. Inside mirror, incorrect variance. Yeah, like I did incorrect variant, so I did say this mirror is a custom mirror that I got with the car. The other one is this one, state sensor, AUC. I think it might be caused by the AUC sensor, but yeah, these are all the error codes that I see. I don't think there is oh, you can also do your service resets with this. I recently did an oil change, so I use this to reset that to pick up again for next, to remind me next year. But yeah, so you can reset your brake fluid and all that, so super useful. But yeah, this is pretty much what I use this for. OBDEleven is something that I'm just much more familiar with. I use this for the longest time, but I find myself using blinker the most because of the dashboard and all the sensors that I can monitor in real time. All right, that concludes that. So which one do I prefer between blinker and OBDEleven? Honestly, they all have their use cases for me. I mean, if your goal is to just do diagnostics, you might as well just buy OBDEleven. You just buy the device, you get the app, you don't have to do any more paying. As blinker, you will have to buy the device, you don't have to buy BMSLink. I think it's about 700 extra, but then they can all do the same thing. Whereas blinker, I like the dashboard setup that I showed you guys. For diagnostics, I use OBDEleven, and for live data monitoring, I use blinker. But what do you guys use? I'm curious. Do you guys carry big red tablets with you every time you go scan your car? Does it get any easier than this, or what? Curious. What do you guys think? What do you guys use when you're checking for cars?